Just wanted to do a quick little video on exactly how my brooders run every year. This room is kept at 85 degrees. I keep my feed in here year round, so it's always 85 degrees in here year round. Got a little window unit in there, does perfect. Somehow when the chicks come, I start to get a few flies, so I put a little fly strip in here. Works amazing. You never have any flies as long as you have that up. The first week when the chicks are hatched, they start down here in the bottom. Their food is ground for the first week for sure. You kind of make a judgment call on the second week, depending on how big your crumble is. But on the first week, I always put the top in to hold the heat in. And then it's two 25-watt bulbs. And that keeps it right at 95 to 100 degrees underneath that light. Keep all their food ground, their water bottle. With their water bottle, I always top it off with that little plunger right there. I fill the water all the way to the brim so they can see kind of the shiny of it. It kind of glistens off the light. I think it attracts them a little bit. I put hay in there, sprinkle their food all over, you know, mostly in the little bowl right there. I just use a lid for right there, but I do sprinkle it all over the pen because they like to scratch all over the place. So if they find a little food, then they're good to go. You got to make sure the water bottles fill up the 1-inch hole at the bottom, even though there's no water in there, so they don't climb out. And then when the next hatch comes along, those get moved over to these. About the only thing I do different is I take the tops off to let the heat come up so it's not quite so hot. That'll put it about 90 degrees underneath that light down there. I still keep the hay in, still keep the water in, the paper covering the whole bottom. Their feet's still a little bit small. All the water bottles you have to change twice a day. When you have them on the paper towels like that, they're going to get muddied up pretty quick. So you have to change them a minimum of twice a day. So I split after the first group comes out. If say there's 30 birds in there, then I put 10, 10, and 10. And that starts to space them out a little bit. And then when your next group comes along, everything gets rotated down, and then these get rotated up to the next row. And what's different about that is they get two 11-watt bulbs, and I like to always have the two bulbs just in case one burns out. They get one strip of paper down the middle, and their water bottle goes right next to this. So they get accustomed to coming to right here to drink. Once your water bottle is off the paper and on the wire, then you only have to change it once a day. And then they're divided up again. Say you still have 30 birds. So then you can put 7, 7, 7, and 8 or 9 down there. So as every week they get older, they just get spread out a little thinner and a little thinner. And then the following week, they go up top here, and then there's two 7-watt bulbs. And that bulb is left on when they first go in. You don't need any paper down, just a feeder. And then I fill that water bottle, and I leave the lights on until they're drinking from the bottles. And I take this little plunger thing, and I always like to fill that up to the brim. That way they can, here again, they can kind of see it glistens off the light a little bit, and I think it's a little bit of an attraction, and they're used to going to that corner for water already. That's the main thing, is just getting them on their water bottles, and on whatever feed you're gonna feed them when you move them outside. Then after week 4, they're pretty much ready to go outside. They're fully feathered. This is what they look like. I don't know if you can see in there. But they're pretty much fully feathered. You could leave them in an extra week, or you could move them out. But they're ready to go. They're on the water bottles. They're on the regular feed. And other than that, that's about it. Other than just double checking your heat. And that's kind of the key. If this room stays at 85 degrees, then their heat all stays good underneath there. But that's it. Anytime I would do the bottles or the water, their little water containers, I always wash them out, soap and water, to make sure they're completely clean. And twice a day for sure when they're on that bottom row. And then once that bottle gets off the paper, then you can do it once a day. Still wash everything really good. And then when they go on the water bottles, you have to check the level of that bottle every day to make sure that they're drinking. And if for some reason they decided not to drink out of that bottle, then you got to add the other one back in and then pull it back out. Just acclimate them slowly. But that's it. I just thought I would share that. Thanks for watching.